Okay, so to get the caramel sauce started, these is what you would need or what I will be using, and you will see it as we go along throughout the video as well. And also, the items that I am using are also listed down in the description box. So I'm starting off by melting 1 stick of butter. Now I am going to let this butter melt completely, so I'm just going to stir it around just to give it some motivation, okay, to go ahead and melt properly. Alright, so now that the butter is melted, now I am going to go ahead and add in my sugar. You will see that I am using brown sugar, but you can definitely use some just regular white sugar or granulated sugar. Okay, that would just make it more sweeter. You can do a half and half. You can do half of the granulated sugar, or you can half of the brown sugar, or however you want to do it. Just in all, for this particular recipe, for the 8-inch cake that I'm making, I am going to be doing 1 stick of butter and 2 cups of sugar. Okay, so I am just going to stir that around until it go ahead and incorporates with the butter. It makes like a soft mixture, and then I am going to add in my milk. Now, the importance of making caramel on the stove top is that you don't leave your pot behind. Nope, 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 nope. Don't go and sit this pot on the stove. Go walking and doing other stuff and cooking other things. You would definitely crystallize your sugar and burn your caramel, and it would not be, it'll still taste good, but it wouldn't be fun to eat. All right, so stirring is important. I'm using a wooden spoon. You can also use a whisk as well. So I am adding in the evaporated milk right out the can. I did, of course, shake the can up first, so I added in about 1/4, and then I'm adding in more. So about a full cup at the most is what I added. I eyeballed it. Now we know a recipe ain't good unless you eyeball the recipe, okay? But I used about a cup because this was a 12-ounce can and I didn't use the whole thing. There was about 1/4 of it left, okay? So I am just going to go ahead and just keep stirring this. Now, again, the importance of getting this caramel to stay smooth at the right consistency so that it goes on your cake and ice it up real nice is to keep stirring and making sure that you're scraping the bottom so that it doesn't start to stick and crystallize on the bottom. Okay, so it's a lot of arm movement, but this recipe took me about 10 minutes to make. I wasn't sitting here stirring for 2-3 hours like my grandma used to do, the way that she taught me to make caramel. No, we're gonna cut this down and cut it short. But the smell of this caramel, it smells so good already, and I am absolutely tired of stirring, which is why I sometimes make my caramel a totally different way, with boiling some cans of condensed milk, although that takes longer. But I'm just boiling those cans for a while and then adding these extra ingredients to it, and kaboom! No standing there forever mixing and turning and twisting and turning. But anyway, it's worth it because it tastes so good, but this smells so good. So now I am going to add in some cookie nip. So I added in some cookie nip flavoring, and I'm also adding in some butter vanilla. I eyeballed that as well, but if you want to not eyeball, just put a teaspoon of each, sorry. But I'll use the Lorian's butter vanilla that I had got from Hobby Lobby, which used to be my favorite store, and it's not no more because they are bringing Michael's to my area finally. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and stir that and mix that, and then I am going to turn my eye up just a bit because right now it's down low to make sure that I don't burn it, and I am just going to let this come to like a little bubble boil. That way it can firm up the way it needs to, and thicken up the way it needs to to make the perfect caramel sauce. Okay, so now that you can see it getting bubbly, I am going to let it do its thing for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to stir it because I want to make sure again that it doesn't stick to the bottom or stick to the sides or burn or anything like that. So I am stirring it up, going back and forth. And again, if you don't have a wooden spoon, just use a whisk. Okay, don't use one of those cheap whisks. Okay, use a good one. And so after I am done stirring it, I am just going to let it sit for about 10 minutes to let it just thicken up a bit till it is sticking to the side of the pot. And that's how I know it's ready. And then I'll just let it sit till it's time for me to put it on a cake, which I am going to link that video. Okay, you guys, so that is the end of this video. Please go and watch the video of me putting this caramel icing on an enhanced box cake mix. Thanks for watching. See you later.